Got teak and have been sitting around for years without refinishing? There are many products that promise to bring your patio furniture back to life. I tried Bays, which has 4.5 stars on Amazon, teak cleaner and restoration oil to try and bring my chairs back to a better condition. Let's see if it works. Let's go. There are a bunch of products that claim they restore your teak furniture and they get good ratings on Amazon. I ended up with Bays because the reviews were good and it was priced right. I'm sure these work well with teak that's been maintained, maybe oiling up every 6 months to a year, but most of these products claim that even old and neglected teak can be restored. That's what I have, old and neglected. Before we get into this, it says this formula is non-toxic, biodegradable, great for the environment, and is Leaping Bunny certified. If I knew this, I would have purchased this product much sooner. I had to look this up. This is actually pretty good. Leaping Bunny certification is for products that have not been tested on animals, so look for this logo when buying products. Just a little shout out. No animals are harmed in this video. My teak chairs and side table are looking worked. Ever since I purchased these several years ago, I never put any treatment or did anything to them. These were expensive, and then when they were new, they looked great. Over time, they started to get this gray, aged look. Some people like this, but my concern is that the wood is deteriorating, and I would like to extend the life of these. Okay, so I moved these to a better area to clean and wash them down. I'm going to use this pressure hose and use some soap and a brush attachment. I filled the reservoir with soap and put the brush tip on. Scrubbing time. You might have another way you prefer to clean these, with maybe a rag and a bucket of soap, but I think this is working pretty well. I flipped them over and did underneath, trying to clean them from spider webs and dirt the best I could. Once I soaped and scrubbed it all down, I installed the pressure washer tip and rinsed everything off. Flipped them over and did the other side. They actually look better already now that I clean them, but they're wet and it's time for them to dry. It's time to speed things up again. I'll move these around in the sun and have them dry quicker. After a few hours in the California sun, they're nice and dry and back to looking shabby. Now it's time to work this formula on. It comes with a convenient spray bottle. They say spray it on and let it soak for 2 to 3 minutes, but I gave it longer. It looks good wet, but so did the water. Time to do the chairs. This oil-based substance is supposed to also protect against UV light and further environmental damage. At this point, if it restores my chairs and end table, I'll be ecstatic. I finished the entire bottle on just the front and wasn't able to do underneath. If this turns out good, I'll spend the money and purchase another bottle for the bottom of the chairs. So far, it looks pretty good. After it's been sitting, the directions say wipe off the excess. After I did this, I was thinking, man, I hope this grease doesn't stain the concrete. It actually washed right off, no problem. I put the chairs back in their original spot. You can see there's a big difference. They're a lot darker. But the big test for these is to let these completely dry out for a week. Here they are after sitting outside for a week. Some of the parts of wood took to the cleaner well, and other parts not so much. It does look a little bit better, but I wouldn't say perfect. Maybe mine were just in too bad a shape, but it does say it would restore even old and neglected teak. I might do a once over again and see if there are any further improvements. Subscribe and I'll let you know the results. I hope this video helps you, and if anything, you learned about Leaping Bunny with me.